Africa is the 10th most vulnerable region to climate change in the world, making it the only region outside of China to make the top 10 list.
NBC2 First Alert meteorologist Justin Hobbs is sharing a new way that scientists may be able to lower carbon dioxide emissions.
Stratospheric aerosol injections, also known as SAIs, are one of the more well-studied but highly controversial proposals to combat global warming. How does this all work? Well, we have to send you way up in the sky. In fact, 10 to 30 miles up into the atmosphere, what we call the stratosphere. The idea is to mimic what happens after large volcanic eruptions, but in a controlled way. You see, large eruptions have been known to lead to periods of cooler global surface temperatures in the years after eruptions, like in 1992, a year after the Mount Pinatubo eruption. But they don't want to release all these gases that volcanoes are. Rather, they want to focus in on the solar scattering ones like sulfur dioxide. Sulfur dioxide is known to have characteristics that scatter and reflect solar radiation back into space. Now, this proposal suggests launching an aircraft that would spray a fine mist of chemicals like sulfur dioxide into the stratosphere and ultimately create a shield or a blanket, reducing the amount of radiation that reaches the surface. But this proposal is not a solution to global warming. Rather, it's just a Band-Aid to give us a little more time to lower our carbon dioxide emissions. You see, if we completely lowered our emissions while creating and keeping this blanket in place, it would work. But all countries across the nation would have to work together to lower those emissions, because if we didn't, we would go into an atmospheric shock. There's, of course, other problems with this as well, including potential health hazards. This is why this past fall, though, the White House has moved forward with the idea of looking more into this. In fact, a 5-year research proposal is now underway into understanding other ways we can reflect the sunlight back into space. I'm local for you here in Fort Myers. Justin Hobbs, NBC2.